Alright, so Beverly Hills Cop 2. Finally watched this beautiful looking 4K. And yeah, I really enjoyed Beverly Hills Cop 1. And this one is a really good movie as well. But I kind of talked about as Beverly Hills Cop 1 as being the best of this franchise. And I still feel that way after watching this one. But I think where I said that one is probably the best one, this is my favorite one. Essentially, this movie is directed by Tony Scott. If you don't know Tony Scott, he's Ridley Scott's brother, and he directed a lot of classics. Um, Top Gun and many, many others, and the original Top Gun, that is. And so this guy is just really he's really good at like making the pop, fun, eccentric kind of movies where you have Ridley Scott, who makes more of the long, theatrical, kind of depressing stories with, violence, sex, deeper themes and messages. I don't mind any of that, right? I do like The Last Duel and Gladiator and a lot of his movies, right? But he is not really one to make this type of movie, but Tony Scott, his brother, does. It's kind of weird. They're kind of two of the same coin with that kind of stuff. And so this is a really good movie for what it is because Tony Scott's direction here is great. And this 4K really shows how good his direction is because it's all cleaned up and looks all nice. It's a very sweaty movie, and you kind of see that in that transfer. I don't want to talk too much about 4K transfer because it's not really a review for that. It's just something I noticed. But this movie is just very fun, and like this one, unlike the last movie where I remember a lot more set pieces in this movie than the last movie, which is something they said in the review. I think the last movie is good at character moments and just funny moments and great lines of dialogue, where this movie in itself is more like funny to me because of the great character banter and the fun set pieces. So in some ways, it's better than that. But I think the set pieces are kind of like what take away from the funny banter a little bit. I think Eddie Murphy even said something like, it's like to him, it's like one of the most expensive, like worst movies ever made. He said something like that. I disagree with that, but he said that in our interview because it's a really fun movie and it's super entertaining. Like this is a great movie for what it is. Honestly, I think for what it's going for, and I don't know. I like all that within this movie. But I think how some people could feel this is like a lesser sequel because it is falling into a lot of sequel traps of like, let's do bigger, let's do more. But I really don't think it takes away from it as much, even though I still prefer the first movie as a quality piece, where this movie I just enjoy as a fun summer blockbuster movie, which is kind of what it's going for anyway. So I really enjoyed this movie. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe.